All right, what's going on, y'all? It's the Wavy One here. And in this video, we are going to talk about the Master Cleanse. And I'm actually going to make my drink for today. It's about 11 o'clock and I haven't had anything to drink yet today. So this is going to be my first drink and I'm going to show y'all how you make that. So for those of y'all who don't know about the Master Cleanse, it was created by Stanley Burroughs. It's basically where you make lemonade and you clean your body out. And let me tell you, if you do it right, right? And in the book, he says to drink 6 to 12 cups of this stuff a day. And let me tell you, I'm doing the minimum right now. And yeah, it definitely cleans you out. Now, this is not the only thing that you do with the Master Cleanse protocol. There's other stuff to it, but you can definitely always go and do your research and read the book. There's an audiobook here on YouTube. I'll put the link in the description below. The recipe calls for a cup of water. This is obviously coconut water, and everything that I use is organic. I recommend that you do the same. So a cup of the coconut water. Now, for those of you all who want to be, boom, this is what it says in the book, then you can just use some regular water. I'm using coconut water because it's a step above. And I like to make sure to get the most out of whatever I put into my body. I mean, the coconut water's got extra minerals, vitamins, electrolytes, you know, the freaking carbs. So it's just good, man. It's all good. Next, you've got lemon, right? But you can also use a lime, but you've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this open and strain it. Because I don't like to get if I just use this, then it gets some of the lemon, you know, inside of the drink. And I don't really want it in the drink. It doesn't really matter, but I just don't want it. So I'm gonna strain it. And yeah, I'm not using a cutting board, don't worry. This freaking granite countertop will be okay. Trust me. Okay, now that I've got that fully strained, and the only reason that I strain it, like I said, I don't like the pulp getting inside of my lemonade, and the seeds sometimes will fall up in there too, and then you gotta fetch them out. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can ingest all of that stuff. It's all good for you. Definitely if you run it through a juicer, you know, preferably a twin gear juicer, but the centrifugal works just fine too. And then you can get the benefits of the bitter and other medicinal properties that are actually in the peel and the seeds, which he mentions in the book that the peel, you know, you can just juice the whole thing and it'll be good like that. So I got that in there. Next, we've got our sweeteners. So in the book, he says to use the maple syrup. The maple syrup, he says, is the best thing to use. Still, with these, you can get, you know, a good amount of vitamins, minerals, you know, that type of stuff. Mainly just the minerals, but anyway. So either one you can use. He mentions maple syrup, he mentions molasses. Now, the funny thing is, this is day 5 for me. So I did it for 2 days with honey, and then I read the book and he was like, yeah, don't use honey. Honey is not for human consumption. Now, I'm still gonna eat honey, right? I'm still gonna eat honey. I don't really care what he says. But I mean, because the bee foods, right? Bee pollen, honey, propolis, the freaking royal jelly, all that stuff is really good for you. And it pretty much never goes bad as long as it's raw. So, yeah, there's that. So I'm still gonna use honey, but as far as this goes, I'm not gonna use it for this. So I was using honey for 2 days, then I read that, I took a day off, and then I started up again. So I'm just gonna use 2 tablespoons of this here Sapjack organic maple syrup. For you connoisseurs out there, this is maple syrup from Vermont, aged in bourbon barrels, and it actually tastes real good. I haven't had maple syrup in a long time, but this tastes really freaking good, man. So do like that. Just give it a little mix. And that's ingredient number 3, sweetener. Now, for the last ingredient, cayenne pepper. This is going to help to increase the blood flow and circulation. It is going to help to clean out the blood and clean out the freaking arteries and everything like that. It is good for digestion. It's good for your liver. It's just overall really freaking good. A lot of herbalists out there say that cayenne is actually probably the best herb that you could ever use. And with all the research that I've done about cayenne pepper and using it myself, as some of y'all may have seen if you've seen my, health drink, health elixir videos, then yeah, you know that I've already been using this stuff for quite a while, and I definitely think it's some gnarly shit, man. But also what I like to use with it is the turmeric, because the turmeric gives you those exact same benefits, but unlike the cayenne, which is a little bit more warming, this is a little bit more on the cooling side, but it pretty much does all of the same stuff for the most part. So I just put both of those in there. Now for that, I don't know if I really gave y'all the full measurement, so let's do this again, right? You want to do a cup of water. You want to do 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, lime juice. You want to do 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And then it says I think it said like a dash or something like that. Just a little bit of the cayenne pepper. Just a couple little dabs in there. And yeah, it's hot. So if you're not good with hot stuff, then, kind of build your way up to using more, because you cannot overdose with cayenne pepper, and it's really good for the body. Now me, since I've been using it for a while, I usually I just dump it in there. I don't measure it. But yeah, this is the lemonade right here with these 4 ingredients. I'm gonna blend it up a little bit to help to mix everything a little bit better and to structure it. Those of y'all who know about structured water, the vortex, the spiral. Anyway, there's that. But along with this, because Cameron's always got to go up and above, I like to add a couple extra things to my lemonade. And this is just some Himalayan salt. Get some extra trace minerals in there. So about a pinch of that, and probably like 2-3 pinches. But you can't taste it once you put it in there. Then I've got 2 separate tinctures. I've got the adrenal tincture here and a lymphatic tincture. Definitely your adrenals sit on top of the kidney, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, adrenals, you definitely want to make sure those are in check, are in alignment rather. And then the lymphatic tincture, you want to get the lymph system moving and grooving. And definitely I can tell you, by doing this master cleanse, you are going to get the lymph detoxifying. So that's a great benefit, because if you're not detoxing the lymph system, let me tell you, it's getting hot in here. So yeah, you don't want to get to that point, because it will literally feel like you have a freaking volcano inside of you. How do you know? I've lived, bro. I've really lived. So, and then this is some bladderwrack. Usually I'd put some sea moss with it too, but actually, now that I think of it, hold on. Get a little bit of, and a little bit of. So yeah, I've actually got this, which is a mixture of sea moss, bladderwrack, and burdock root, which I've talked about that before. But if you don't know, this is going to give you all the minerals that your body needs. And in the burdock root, it's got that blood cleansing effect to it. So normal serving size is 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to drop 1 in there for now. And I'll put the other tablespoon in a different juice. That way it's not too, you know what I'm saying? And then, since this is the first juice of the day, what I also do is, these are some probiotics. And then I just dump these in here. That way, you inoculate my freaking system, get that going. And then, you know, with the beneficial bacteria in the gut, it's going to help with digestion, overall health. And that's what we're here for. We are here for health. So I'm going to do this for about 20 seconds to kind of get a little bit of the spinning, the vortex, the structuring effect, which is just going to make this even more powerful. So definitely go look up structured water. James or Jamie Butruff or Dave Asprey talks about it. I mean, a ton of people talk about it. So you can look that up and see the benefits of structuring your water. Now that we've done that, for me, this is ready to go. So, yeah, obviously I mixed it up so it's a little bubbly right now, but that's cool. Actually, I'm gonna give it a little bit. We're gonna let it breathe, right? Let some of those bubbles subside, and then we'll be right back. All right, so now that the bubbles have kind of subsided for the most part, yeah, cheers. This is my first lemonade of the day. That's good. That's actually really good. Yo, freaking Stanley Burroughs. Almost forgot his name. Well, I did forget, but then it came back to me. So, yeah, that's really good. I don't know how he came up with this recipe. I don't know how this ideal came to him, but yo, that is good. The perfect combination is like, it doesn't matter, even if you use water, with the lemon in there, it's got that nice amount of sweetness to it and lemoniness. But then when you put the, you know, the maple syrup in there or whatever sweetener you choose to use, then it kind of amplifies that a little bit. And then you got the subtle heat, depending on how much you put in there, right? Mine's a little bit more than subtle, but it's still like, it's all in check, you know? There's not too much lemon, there's not too much sweetness from the maple syrup, there's not too much heat. It's just so freaking perfect. And then with what I did, I used the adrenal tinctures to help my adrenals during this time of fasting, and then the lymphatic to help my lymph, which I definitely feel that working coming out the, you know, end. But yeah, it burns. And I go to the bathroom a lot. But anyway, right? Then, you know, I'm using the salt to get more minerals. And then I'm using the sea moss and the bladderwrack to get more minerals, right? If you don't know about the minerals, definitely most people are not getting enough because the soil is super deficient. And we're eating food from the soil. The animals that people eat are eating food from the soil. So everyone's deficient. Well, they actually give minerals, you know, vitamins and minerals to animals. So the animals are actually probably not that bad, but they're probably still not the best. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, and it definitely is going to get you going to the bathroom, and you will definitely feel like you're getting cleansed because you are. And it's amazing how simple this is. It's like, yo, hey, drink lemonade for a couple days and you can literally freaking heal your body of anything. It's like, you wouldn't think, but it's just such a beautiful, that's the thing about nature. Nature is so simple and so powerful. So one last time for the people who like the recap, you want to use a cup of water. I use coconut water. In this one, you want to use 2 tablespoons of lemon or lime juice. You want to use 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or your sweetener of choice, and then a dash or more of the cayenne pepper. All this is organic. All this is from nature, and all of this is going to help you heal yourself from, what do you want to heal from? What do you need? Well, there's some things that you know what I'm saying? Some things you got to go within, right? And heal your heart and learn to forgive people, learn to forgive yourself, learn to, you know, be kind to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't put too much worth into other people's opinions about what you do to make yourself happy, right? There's the inner work that we have to do along with, you know, the foods can bring us a long way and help us with our healing. But if we don't work on ourselves on the inside, you know, clean up our thoughts and how we think, learn to be the observer. That's one of the things that I've definitely been doing, you know, with this fasting period, is being the observer, recognizing the thoughts that pop into my mind and just watching them. Not really, you know, I don't really interact with them. Just watch it. Just look at it. Like, wow, that's an interesting thought I'm having right now. I think about that a lot. Cool. All right. You know? And if it's a negative thought, then, you know, rework your mind and the subconscious mind in order to, you know, have better thoughts. And if it's a positive one, well, good for you, man. I'm happy. But yeah, that's the video. I'm the Wavy One. You can leave me a comment if you want to see some more stuff. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel because people are subscribing. And that's cool. I like that. But yeah, I will catch y'all, next time. I am going to go and stand in the rain. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.